If you're currently applying to product marketing roles, then you probably have noticed that many hiring managers are asking more and more for a product marketing portfolio. But what if you've never held a product marketing job before? Well, don't fret, you've come to the right place. As someone that has helped aspiring product marketing professionals land their first role, including an entry-level grad who had no previous experience and a former management consultant, I'm here to give you my step-by-step on how to create a product marketing portfolio that stands out, even if you've never had a PMM role. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so before we talk about the actual projects that you're gonna put in your portfolio, I wanna talk about what makes a product marketing portfolio effective. A strong portfolio is more than just a laundry list of things that you've accomplished or you've delivered. It should actually tell a story to the hiring manager of how you think strategically about your content and what you produce. When I review product marketing portfolios as a hiring manager, I'm not just looking for the final output. I wanna see how you approach the problem, what assumptions that you made, and how you arrived at your conclusion. So your portfolio should demonstrate these core product marketing competencies, such as research and customer insights, competitive analysis and positioning and messaging, and then value proposition development. Also, you should consider go-to-market strategy as part of your portfolio, and then cross-functional collaboration and communication. So here's what separates portfolios that get interviews from those that get ignored. First is context and process. So don't just show the final slide deck, explain your methodology, the research that you conducted, and the rationale behind your decision making. Quantifiable outcomes, I talk about this so much on my channel. Even in hypothetical projects, include metrics and success criteria. Show that you think about the ROI and the overall business impact. Visual storytelling. Product marketers need to communicate complex ideas simply, so your portfolio should really be easy to navigate and visually compelling. Authenticity is also important, so choose projects or companies that you actually care about and that you can speak passionately about. Authenticity comes through your analysis. So now I need to address the elephant in the room. You might be asking yourself, but Natalie, won't these hiring managers think that this is just fake work? And here's something that I've noticed even with my clients is that hiring managers know that you're a career switcher, that you're trying to create sample work. So what they're really evaluating you on is to see how you think and your ability to apply product marketing frameworks or methodologies. So let's dive into 5 essential portfolio pieces I think you should have. Okay, so based on my experience as a hiring manager and what I've heard from other hiring managers that are currently looking for product marketers, is these 5 pieces are going to stand out and should be absolutely essential in your portfolio. They really show your strategic thinking and your overall approach. So the number one thing is anything related to competitive analysis and positioning. So choose a product that you use regularly, like maybe Slack or Notion, or even a physical product like Peloton. And here's how you approach it. You're gonna identify 3 to 4 main competitors. You're gonna analyze their positioning, messaging, and key differentiators, create a competitive battle card, and identify market gaps or opportunities. So for example, you can create a battle card for a project management tool. So although you might not have access to the usage data or behavioral data, you can still analyze each tool's website messaging, customer reviews, and pricing strategy. You can identify areas of opportunity by finding gaps in how competitors might be positioning themselves. This is key in showing your analytical process and drawing actionable insights. Next is so crucial, and that's customer persona and journey mapping. So this demonstrates your ability to understand and empathize with customers. Again, choose a product that you know well or you can research thoroughly. And your approach should be to 1, create 2 to 3 detailed buyer personas based on publicly available information. And then you're gonna map the customer journey from awareness to purchase to advocacy. You're gonna identify pain points and moments of truth, and then suggest messaging and potential content for each stage. You can use LinkedIn to research different types of users, analyze support forum discussions, and map various customer journeys for different segments, such as small business versus large enterprises. Next is crucial, and that is messaging and value proposition frameworks. So this is core product marketing work. You're gonna select a product that you believe has unclear or weak messaging, or develop messaging for a new feature. You can include main buyer challenges, key statistics to support your buyer challenges, key differentiators from the main competitors, a main value proposition, and then supporting benefits and proof points that you can show how you actually do differentiate in the market and you can uniquely solve this problem for a customer. You can see how even just the very structure of this is going to show how you're very focused and intentional about how you approach this project. So the key steps in positioning and messaging are there, where you're starting with positioning by researching markets and then through competitive analysis, and then you're breaking your product down into real value for your customers and messaging the product so that you're speaking to how it solves those challenges in the market. Next is one of my favorites, and that is a go-to-market launch plan. And I love talking about this because it is a core competency to product marketing. It really shows your ability to think end-to-end about a product launch. You can create a plan for a new product, feature launch, or entering a new market segment. So the plan should include launch objectives and success metrics, your target audience and key messages, your channel strategy and timeline for sales enablement. And then risk mitigation is also something that I think is important because it demonstrates your strategic thinking, your project management skills, and understanding cross-functional collaboration. And last but not least is a public speaking asset. So I talk about this in a previous video, but I'll emphasize it here again. I think a great way to stand out in this really tough market is to show that you can walk the talk when it comes to public speaking. There are a ton of aspiring PMMs who have no desire to be a product evangelist, meaning the person who is going to be delivering the sales training, moderating the webinar, or speaking at a conference. So having an example of your public speaking skills will make you stand out as a candidate in this really crowded market, like I said. I recommend recording yourself, maybe delivering a sales training. You could do this even if you're not employed, delivering a go-to-market presentation that you built. You could deliver a pitch deck. And shameless plug, if you're part of my PMM Accelerator program, you get access to these templates and weekly coaching sessions to practice delivering them. And I've seen hiring managers time and time again ask for these as kind of take-home assignments in your final round interviews. So having templates and a coach that can help you nail them will help you get that offer sooner rather than later. And here are a couple bonus portfolio pieces. So there's only so much time in the day, and I understand if you're in the job market for a while, it can be so exhausting just to apply to positions, let alone create a huge portfolio. However, I would like to include some bonus portfolio pieces that I recommend to make your portfolio stand out even more if you do have the time. In product marketing and even content marketing, you might hear abbreviations that sound a little funny, like tofu and not tofu, but tofu, mofu, and bofu. They stand for different stages in the customer journey. So translating these weird abbreviations into human speak, that's top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of the funnel. Sometimes they're also called awareness stage, consideration, and decision. I know, way too many descriptions for the same thing. But these stages are essentially where the customer is in their buying journey, and often the best product marketers will create content that answers common questions the buyer has at each stage. So with this in mind, I recommend adding the following key pieces to your portfolio. First is a top of funnel ebook. Ebooks are fantastic because they highlight a common challenge in your buyer's industry, and they provide solutions that are high level to solve those challenges. Here's a couple of examples of ebooks that I've done working with incredible designers to bring them to life. A middle of the funnel data sheet. Data sheets are very common in B2B SaaS product marketing. They're great resources to outline the product or feature, key capabilities, and key value or use cases it provides for your customers. They can come in all shapes and sizes. As you can see here, I've done quite a bit of them. And then a bottom of funnel click-through demo. And these are some of my favorite assets to create. You can find websites like appdemostore.com, which are free, to create simple walkthroughs of a key use case within a certain product. And these assets give buyers a little taste of the product without giving too much away, the spotlight away from your sales reps during their demos. So these assets are excellent at demonstrating how you translate technical knowledge and materials into various pieces of content for different buying stages, which is core to product marketing work. Okay, let's get tactical on how you actually create these impressive portfolio pieces without insider access. So first, you're gonna research sources that you can use to start. Our company websites and blogs. You can analyze their messaging and case studies and their thought leadership content. You can also look at review sites like G2, Capterra, Trustpilot, and look at customer feedback and pain points. You can also look at social media, LinkedIn posts, Twitter conversations, Reddit discussions, financial reports. For public companies, annual reports reveal strategy and market positioning. Industry reports are some of my favorites, so you can look at Forrester, Gartner, and industry publications for market context. You can look at job postings as well, which reveal where they're investing in building out certain product lines, or maybe where they're investing in terms of their product development. Okay, so creating great work is only half the battle. How you present your work in your portfolio is also a big indicator of whether or not your portfolio will be impactful for the hiring manager. So I'm here to break down a couple options for you on how to present your portfolio in the most strategic way, depending on where you're at in your product marketing portfolio journey. So a personal website is the most professional. It shows technical aptitude and it's easy to share. I personally use Squarespace for mine, and I just love their pre-built website templates. Today's video is not sponsored, I just love them. Next is Canva slide decks, which are a great option if you have a smaller portfolio. You can choose from a number of professionally designed presentation templates, and I love that you can easily share out a link for the hiring manager to review. Next is Google Slide or PowerPoint presentations. And these are another great option if you have a smaller portfolio or you're just starting out in your PMM journey. Maybe you only have one product launch, for example, under your belt as of right now, and you want to dedicate several slides to your methodology. This is a great option for that. So they have very familiar formats for most hiring managers, obviously, and they're easy to update as well. And PDF folders are my fourth place in terms of presenting your product marketing portfolio, because it's a great option, again, if you're just starting out and you only have a few things like content to share. So these PDF folders or compressed zip files are portable and work well for email attachments. So speaking of PDFs, you can use the link in the description of this video to convert a web page to an aesthetically pleasing PDF. I have noticed that using the old tried and true print preview method to download a blog post, for example, will give you weird formatting issues. So this site is my go-to for a cleaner PDF. It's totally free and you don't need to sign up. So thank me later. And as you start building out a more and more robust portfolio, I do again recommend a personal website with PDFs to your blog posts, for example, data sheets, ebooks, go-to-market decks, and more. It's the most professional approach in my opinion, as it shows that you're serious about product marketing. And again, walk before you run, choose where you're at in your product marketing journey and how much content that you have to showcase in your portfolio, and then choose the right presentation format as I outlined to really land with the hiring manager. Okay, my final portfolio tips is, having worked with quite a few clients trying to break into product marketing or land their next PMM role, I wanted to leave you with the questions I get asked time and time again regarding portfolios. So first, quality over quantity. So it is better to have 3 to 4 excellent pieces than 7 to 8 mediocre ones. Next is show your methods and success metrics where possible. So the more that you can show your strategic thinking in terms of the challenge, the methods that you use to solve that challenge, and the end result, the better. So stay current by updating your portfolio regularly with new work. And I see this time and time again too, where an unexpected layoff happened and then all that great work that you worked on is gone. So be sure to PDF external work periodically as you're employed. So if the company decides to archive that awesome ebook or white paper you worked on, you'll have it forever. Last is get it reviewed. So get your portfolio reviewed by a mentor or someone in product marketing. It's crazy how just another set of eyes on something can help you spot that pesky little grammatical error, for example. And lastly, practice presenting. Being able to walk through each piece confidently will help you shine should you ever need to share your approach to content or a launch, for example. So common questions I get about portfolios. The first one that I hear a lot is, should I include work from my current job? And my answer is only if you have explicit permission, the asset is available for public consumption, and or you can anonymize it appropriately. You can always focus on creating net new work to avoid any ethical issues. Second question I get is, should I share my portfolio even if they don't ask for it? My answer here is share it if they ask for it. If possible, upload to your application, your portfolio, upload it to your LinkedIn profile, etc. Third is, should I focus on B2B or B2C products? And my answer is to match your portfolio to the target roles that you're looking for. My product marketing roles have been in B2B, so generally I recommend focusing there unless you specifically are targeting B2C companies. Remember, your portfolio is a demonstration of your potential, but not a guarantee of perfection. Hiring managers understand you're learning and you're growing. What they want to see is your strategic thinking, your customer empathy, and the ability that you have to translate complex ideas into value. And there you have it. That is my practical advice and my step-by-step on how to create a product marketing portfolio, even if you've never held a formal product marketing role. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more product marketing advice and just overall career advice. And if you are serious about product marketing and you're looking to switch from maybe another corporate role and you want one-on-one dedicated coaching and someone to review your portfolio to ensure it lands, then please check out the description in this video to learn more about my program. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.